is it. One final match to decide who makes it to playoffs and who will spend an extra weekend at home. We have ourselves quite the matchup. Two powerhouse North American squads. We have seen these teams battle it out many times in the past. But first, let's introduce the team on the left side of our stage. They've been going back and forth this weekend, trying to claw for that top spot in this blue group. It is still possible. Give it up for Rise Nation. Rise, though, have their hands full in this final matchup. Their opponents are who, honestly, many people thought would finish atop this blue group. At the end of day one, they were coasting right on through, but since then, they have yet to secure another series victory. Folks, they need no introduction. Give it up for FaZe Clan. To everybody watching at home, the stage is set. The winning team makes it to the Stage 1 playoffs. The losing squad fails to qualify. It is prime time.
More on the line than ever. It isn't necessarily just about the prize money. You're fighting for that spot at the Global LAN League.
You wish everyone could be involved, but realistically, only the 16 best in the world can be.
Congrats to all these guys earning that invite. These, for me, are the right teams in the league.
Evil Geniuses will have the final qualification position in the CWL Global Pro League.
The best in the world are here to compete on North American soil.
This is big. The Global Pro League is on the line.
The LAN League is pretty much everything. That's going to be the season for everyone.
This is what we've been working for. Every year there's only been one thing to play for, but now the LAN League is everything this year, to be honest.
If we don't make the LAN League, it's like, dude, what are we doing?
FaZe Clan continue to dominate their way to the Pro League.
And it's Fnatic moving on to Columbus.
Evil Geniuses have snuck in with the final spot.
The next stop for Rise Nation is a trip to the Global Pro League.
7-3 from Clayster.
Reaction comes in from the Fnatic point.
He gets him. Amos is going to be there.
And this is it, Jack.
The stage is set for the final matchup here of Group Blue. Day 3, of course. What a good game we have. FaZe versus Rise. It really is very simple, guys. The winner of this goes to playoffs. Of course, the question is, in which order will they go through? A Rise win gives Rise first place, Evil Geniuses second. A FaZe win gives Evil Geniuses first and FaZe second. T-Bite, I feel like this is the perfect ending to a fantastic week.
This is what we're here for, to be honest. It's basically an elimination game, to be honest. Granted, the team will get third, so
right.
they do get some benefit out of it. But regardless, we all want to see these teams at playoffs. Who's going to step up? Who's going to show that clutch factor? And the winning team can actually get a different spot. So it's pretty interesting stuff.
Very true. Of course, last time we saw these two teams play, it was at the very beginning of the weekend, Aches. It was a 3-1 FaZe win, and it looked comfortable. Is that what you're expecting coming into this final game?
You have to say no, right? That day 1 FaZe was a really impressive FaZe. They went 6-2 overall map count. Right now, FaZe is on a 0-3 streak in their last 3 matches. You should probably pick Rise if you were smart, but I don't know. Let's look at these maps.
I mean, Momo, here's a look at those maps. We're going to throw back Hardpoint, Breakout, Search and Destroy, Precinct, Uplink, Breakout, Hardpoint. If it goes to a game 5, which would be absolutely bonkers, Crusher, Search and Destroy. Momo, at a quick glance, are you leaning either way here?
I'm really interested to see how these two teams play on Breakout, Search and Destroy. I do think Throwback Hardpoint could very well be almost a decider. I think if FaZe get off to a map victory, they just go 1-0. They get that hype, they get that momentum, they feed off of it. That's what they need. If they go 0-1 down, it could be 4 series in a row. It could just be the nightmare weekend. But looking at those maps in particular, I'm saying they favor FaZe, but I'm thinking of day 1 FaZe. But day 2 and 3 FaZe, I'm a little bit on edge.
I think we're going game 5. That
five?
breakout hardpoint being game 4.
You can tell he's settling in on the desk.
He's
settling in on the desk.
Like a breakout hardpoint for FaZe is that money match on that game 4. So I think we're going game 5.
All right. Well, the stage is set. Winner goes to playoffs. Couldn't be more simple. Over to our casters. It's Maven and Courage.
Thanks, guys. We are hyped. We are ready to rock. But I thought of something interesting. So FaZe, you usually would say, is one of the best teams on the main stage. They feed off energy, right? Yeah. We know that. They go 2-0 Friday here when we don't have a crowd. Fans, aren't here on Friday. Since we've had a crowd, which is predominantly FaZe, they haven't won a match, which is, I just feel odd.
Are you blaming the crowd?
No! Stop!
There are a lot of people in here.
No, I thought it was strange though. Like you think when the crowd gets here and the noise gets there for FaZe that they would thrive off that, but they've yet to find a win.
I just think there's a lot more going on inside the game that might not be helping FaZe right now. They've got some things to figure out, and they've got to do it in this matchup. You heard Benson break it down for everybody at home. It's simple. You win, and you're into the Stage 1 playoffs. You lose, and dang, you only get third and qualify for another $2.2 million in tournaments as the year goes on. But for right now, all eyes are on the Stage playoffs. Maven, this is it. This is prime time.
This is everything we want. It's double round robin. We ran into a Sunday last week where everything wasn't on the line. Only a couple outcomes that could happen. This is the dream. One final best of 5. Winner goes on to play for $500,000. Let's get it, buddy.
Off the break, we're watching Zuma from FaZe Clan. The man at times has looked great this weekend, but I'm sure he'll say himself hasn't had his best tournament up to this point. Going to be challenging towards middle map already. Rise Nation with 2 players here. Zuma does clean up 1 with the help of Clayster as FaZe Clan fight for middle control.
Looney starting off with a couple of kills. He's 2-0 off the break. We'll switch to his POV, see if he can keep it rocking. Up top with an E-Rad, able to win another gunfight up close. 3 in a row now for Looney. Remember, the last series, Looney started pretty darn slow in the hard point. He got going later on. If they can get a hot start, maybe that bodes well for Rise Nation.
Oh, certainly, and you hear the crowd get behind FaZe as they do get 3 dead and retake some hard point positioning as they now get themselves on the board for the first point in this game. But we have to talk about when these teams have looked at their best. For example, Clayster, when he was on point, especially on that day 1, FaZe go 2-0.
Yeah.
You think of Rise Nation, when they look best yesterday, it's when Felony, you think of that hard point he had versus Fnatic, when he goes 38-21 or something along those lines. Watch out for these two to be X factors in this game. The rotation over to Barn will be won by Rise Nation.
And if you're new to this, if you're new to competitive COD, there's a history this year. These guys have played 4 times.
Yeah.
Rise Nation hasn't beat them since Vegas. You think back to something like Paris, FaZe Clan beat Rise Nation like they didn't even belong in the league.
It's not just Rise Nation that hadn't beaten FaZe since Vegas. Every other team that wasn't Optic or United had not beaten FaZe since that time. Up to this weekend, FaZe were 16-0 against teams not Optic or United in best of 5 series on LAN. Now this weekend, they've already lost 3, potentially their 4th if they can't clutch up versus Rise. And right now, Rise Nation have earned themselves a 25-second lead.
You heard Aqua getting very, very loud during that discussion. He picked up 3 in a row. Finally ends up dropping, but now with FaZe having 15 seconds left here in Barn, they're going to bring this back to just about a tie game. So what matters now is the rotation here to Bike. You see Enable going the long way around. It's going to be a pincher attack coming through, but not if Aqua has anything to do with it. He was ready for that attempted flank.
What we know from Rise Nation in the last series they played as well, their teamwork and communication were on point. They were absolutely commanding the map, especially from games 2 through 4. Can they start things off this time around, though, with a Game 1 hardpoint victory? Currently, FaZe have taken back the lead, up about 8 seconds right now. And with Zuma in the middle map, what a start from him. 8-3 with a 4 streak.
150 off picking up the Trinity rocket and then on his way to the bombardment. Can he find more kills? His team's racking up points right now. I'm sure the call's going to come. His 2 teammates drop. He has to now get involved in the action. Does he take it from mid-map or from the rear? He goes back to mid. 50 now off the Trinity. You got to play around these streaks, but at the same time, Rise Nation's starting to rack a little bit of time here.
They most certainly are, and a lot of that comes down to getting control of that top bridge near the back trains area. 2 players from FaZe still collapsing on the old hardpoint, but it's actually Vicente who gets the cleanup kill. So Rise will actually take back this lead while all the key engagements are going down here by baseball. And you just saw Clayster's body go flying as Aqua shuts him down.
Well, I want to get back over, never mind, Zuma just actually ended up dropping, so I think he fell a little bit short of picking up some key streaks here. Now on X-Ray, you see one in the back of the map. Enable, gonna have a one-on-one, but he actually gets cut down, Jack.
I mean, this has to be best case scenario for Rise Nation, right, Maven? You think they stop Zuma from getting streaks, they get the scrap time at that bottom bike path hardpoint, and now they're in full control of baseball. This has been a perfect 40 seconds plus for Rise Nation, and now they have their largest lead of the game because of it.
And you wonder sometimes if trying to play for streaks, playing a little bit slower for a guy like Zuma who wants to fly at you, if maybe that affects that rotation. Maybe if he's a little bit more involved in the action, they're able to get the break. Woo! Nice shots by Aqua as he beams the tip of Clayster's head there. Now Facento on the back end, and that's 4 down for Rise. Yellow lighting up the kill feed.
Expect this to happen throughout the entire series, folks. Rise and FaZe Clan have looked so even throughout this weekend. Yes, FaZe did get the better of them back on day one, but since then they have looked abysmal compared to that performance. Basically the exact opposite of EG, right? I think that's safe to say. One thing I gotta spread to everybody out there, get people in here. Tweet out the stream. This is what this weekend is all about. We knew it would be down to the wire, and it doesn't get better than this.
This is the most important match of these guys' year up to this point, maybe of some of their careers. $500,000 and all the other things that go with it leading into champs. There could not be more pressure. Tweet the stream, tell your friends, tell your family. We keep it going as Zuma slides in with the melee. He is 14-6, Jack. A big part of why FaZe is clawing back into this.
And look, he's still just staying alive with this E-Rad right now, using the different areas of cover to his advantage. Rise's lead now down to just 5 seconds. We talked about how important Clayster would be, 13-16 right now. Most deaths in the game, and a lot of it comes down to the challenges and one-on-one gunfights he's had versus Aqua. So far, Aqua has had his number this game. The scrap time should go over to Rise, but maybe this time around, as we rotate towards Barn, it's actually FaZe in the better positioning.
They are set up. They have a chance to maybe Rise, have a two-pronged attack here. You have that number 8 on the top of the minimap is Aqua. Everyone else going to get involved now. It's going to be scare about for Facento. He finds one, able to tag him up. He's going to hunt down the kill. Because you get the opening pick. There it is. Now Rise looks to collapse. One more in the back. That's Clay going big. Fellow trades it out. You have a 3-on-2 here in the hardpoint. You got to go. There it is. Beautifully done. Flawless stuff.
Love what we saw from Facento. When he calls in that Scarab, he weakens the player, but you have to remember, the Scarab will slow the movement momentarily of that person. So he immediately charges on and he knows he can't let him get away while one shot. Because of that, the collapse then happens. Not only does Rise Nation get some time, but they're also pushing out these lanes.
A team kill for Zuma as the Rise Nation player comes sliding on through. 20 seconds left. It's going to be another crack here. It's Zuma and FTL behind. He loses them. That's Looney picking up the kill. Several down for FaZe Clan as the Rise lead continues to mount. They crack the 150 mark, and now it's time to rotate the bike. You see on the minimap, the number 5 there just spawned on bike. Everyone is, so beautiful stuff. I think that was Fellow that was the first one in. He is able to spawn them directly on bike path, and Rise Nation a good chance here to keep it going.
Another example of kills on rotation for Rise Nation. They get 3 right there. Clayster, thankfully, with that NV4, making his presence felt. Did he? Okay, he FTL'd back in behind Bus to try to get some cover. I thought he was doing it to stay on the map, but no. He needed to get cover. There was 2 players trying to pinch on him right there. Was in a great power position, wanted to stay alive. FaZe Clan, for me, the way they come back in this game is absolutely on that baseball hard point. Last time it was Rise who got the majority of the 60 seconds because they just got there early on, and there was no tools to break. This time around, it can be FaZe going for that better push. Rise Nation clawing through, and you can hear the crowd get behind them now.
They're getting behind them. It's Facento leading the charge as he finds one on the edge. Now, FaZe trying to fight back. Nice shots from Zuma as they start to charge forward. He's got one player to his top left map. It looks like he actually went over the back there. He does turn and spot him. Nice awareness from Zuma.
Yeah, Looney trying to play mind games with the members of FaZe Clan. Does work for a couple seconds, but now these are the engagements that are so key. First kill comes in for Rise Nation. Clayster has to back on out because you can see his health bar on the bottom left.
Shots.
Did drop to quite low right there. Some nice shots at this NV4, spots the second player as well. But Aqua, again, the 2 kills. That just opened up every single lane. Look at how pinched these FaZe members are. They're about to get cleaned up.
Here comes the Rise collapse.
Oh, no.
Aqua, Looney find kills. Facento involved. Rise, another clean break. You saw it at Barn. You see it at Statue. What is Rise doing so well here to get these early entries?
It's Aqua, man. He's done it time and time again. Just 2 pieces on rotation right there. He pushes from an NV4 through this middle lane. Again, repositioning. He would have basically won that gunfight if there wasn't a team shot from FaZe. It's little plays like that from Aqua that are helping helping them win this game. Facento, ooh, okay, does get back on the map for the moment. Either way, Rise Nation, at the end of our second rotation of hills, will have a full 1 minute lead on FaZe Clan.
Well, let's see if they can keep it going. You've been talking a lot about Aqua. He's got the NV4 in hand, his first series of the day. He was lights out throughout the series, put on a show on Retaliation. Enable getting the better of him there. We'll swap to his POV as the kill feed lighten up yellow again. It's Zuma leading the way at 23 and 17 for FaZe. Enable keeps on pushing forward, trying to keep eyes on the back limit.
The big thing to point out is the slaying is so even between these teams right now. It's just where the kills are coming in. For Rise Nation, because they're on rotation, they're getting the first 30, 40 seconds of a hard point. And then FaZe, they'll push on through, trade those kills on out, and then get the rest of the scrap time. But because of the difference in how much time they're getting for these certain hard points, that is why there's a 50-second lead for Rise, and FaZe is currently trailing.
Well, the big thing here, no one's really been able to work out the streaks. What we're going to keep our eye on, top right, you see those yellow rings, payloads, going to be coming into effect now. It could be key breaks for FaZe, maybe down the stretch to get something going. 3 kills coming through, one going to be a team kill for Clayster, but they're trailing big, man. A lot of work to do down the stretch.
Look at how far they just spawned from this barn hard point. Rise Nation in control of it right now. Zuma just trying to stay alive. He's got the reactive armor. He's now dead. Rise within 20 seconds of winning this game, Maven. I can tell you right now, they want to win it on this hard point.
They're trying to do it. Attach trying to get him behind. Aqua there, the slide him behind. Not going to do it. Zuma now, reactive armor. He's in. He's got to go big. Trying to spot players. It does nothing. Facento using a payload of his own. Finds him in the back. Rise Nation 5 ticks away. Attach may be the last attempt. He can't get in, and Rise has done it.
Rise Nation are now 2 maps away from qualifying for the Call of Duty World League Global Pro League Stage 1 playoffs.
If you're out there on Twitter and you have tweeted out that you were going to take Rise EG as your top 2 from this weekend, please tweet at Jack and I, because I would love to see that, because there are very few people, I mean, talking to professional players, talking to the, the talent here for this weekend, I don't think anyone thought that. If FaZe was a lock for the #1 spot, they're at risk of not even taking top 2.
I will say this right now. If FaZe Clan do not get top 2 in this group, this may be one of the final times we see these guys competing as a group of 4. I mean, this might be the last straw for this lineup.
It's like, you look at last year. They've been playing together for 2 years.
Yeah.
You look at last year, disappointing year, a horrendous year when you're looking at the standards of these guys coming out of AW. They come in to Infinite Warfare. They've been nothing but consistent for the most part. I mean, inconsistent in maps sometimes, but overall, you have them in that top 3. If they just fall apart here and, you're missing out on $500,000 to play for, you have to start talking about a team change. You've tried to make this work for so long.
Yep.
I couldn't begin to guess what that change would be.
That's not up to me.
But you think the conversations would start?
People have said that if there is a huge roster mania, it would probably be started because of this team right here. And it is absolutely a possibility. Now, this is purely speculation, obviously.
Yeah.
You just think at a certain point, maybe something has to change. Here is your breakdown from map #1. Felony, over 2 minutes inside the hard point, the most there for Rise Nation.
He's got his parents in attendance this weekend, their first event. They're watching their boy go off on the main stage. He's done it in the slang and hardpoint as well. This game, not so much, but 2 minutes, like you said, that's insane stuff. And Zuma, I mean, shout out, we talked to him throughout most of the game. He was the one trying to be the difference maker for FaZe Clan. Unfortunately, not able to do it. Now, the big thing to discuss now, Jack, we're going to a breakout search and destroy, which I know we mentioned time and time again. It's new. Players haven't spent as much time on it. Who do you give the edge to?
Oh, gosh. This is one I don't even want to try to begin to call. We saw EG play it earlier. NagaFem with the sniper helped with a lot of opening picks for his team. Aches, because he just told me, I'm going to follow what he said and go with FaZe Clan winning this one 6-3.
The one reason I think I'm leaning on the opposite side is we've talked about how good Rise Nation have been at trading and search and destroy, right? They've been one of the best teams at flying together, trading kills. I feel like if you're under-practiced, team, I guess that team attack is going to reign supreme, I would think. If you don't have a lot of different strats, that effective trading, I think, would be what might stand out. I'm going to go with Rise.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll go with opposites here. We'll see who wind up.
That makes it more fun.
Being right in this scenario. One thing I do want to say, keep in mind how fast you can rotate from one bomb to another bomb on this map if you keep control of that middle lane, if you're able to push right on through. That mid-spiral staircase is so key right outside that top laundry window. Also, another point of interest on this map, I'm so happy with how the LAN League has been going. Our first ever one in competitive Call of Duty, continuing to build on what was already a great infrastructure a couple of years back, and now seeing the level of play this weekend has just totally blown me away.
And you know, we're hearing a Rise so far in Search and Destroy. I believe it's been an 83% win rate for them throughout the course of this weekend. They've been phenomenal there. I know they've had to go the distance. They've had several round 11s this weekend, but they've been very, very good. Where FaZe on the other side, they've relied on that man. They've relied on Attach to go nuts, and they haven't seen near as much success.
When you talk about near as much success, my producer just told me, our producer just told me, Will, great guy.
Thank you, William.
FaZe had a 16% win rate in Search and Destroy.
You know, the only reason I didn't say it is because I wasn't sure if it was 60 or 16. I was like, those are drastically different.
Yeah.
I'm glad you heard it, but man, when you hear it there, it's tough to go with Patty P's predictions. Rise have been superior in Search and Destroy this weekend. He's nodding his head though. Man. He feels good about it. It's breakout Search and Destroy, and this is do or die time for FaZe.
Let's get into it, baby. Excited to see breakout Search and Destroy. What is this, the fourth time now we've seen it in the CWL Global Pro League Stage 1. More to come next weekend as well, as we know another group of 4 teams will come to play in the MLG Arena in Columbus, Ohio. Maven, we see multiple snipers off the break. Who are we going to watch?
We're going with Vicento, buddy. He's got the snipe in hand. Can he pull off? You know, we saw what his former teammate Nagafin was able to do. Can he replicate the success of who was an all-star this weekend?
Maybe. He was inspired by Nagafin's ability to hit shots on this map. Clayster watching over middle, and I talked about that mid-map lane, those spiral stairs, the ability to obviously quickly get over to A or put targets right over onto the B site. And that's what FaZe have set up for in this first round.
Let's go over to Clayster. He's on defense. Here you see the challenge there as he comes over the top. Not able to connect with the snipe, but a little bit of a sniper duel to kick things off. Attach. Who else will be getting first blood?
And where was that from? As I said, those mid-spiral stairs. He can watch the cross of the B site. There gets the first blood for his team. Now a 4v3 for FaZe. But I do think Looney has an idea of where Zuma is. Tries to challenge with the NV4. What a confident play.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a gunfight you're usually going to win. It should be traded out momentarily. That's Attach yet again. Attach working on an ace, but as he falls, we've got a 2v2. Felony and Aqua. Sorry, it's 2v1 now. It's Clayster by his lonesome with pistol, sniper in hand.
And they know this.
The quick trigger finger, it's there, but the drop shot from Fellow. He's on his feet, buddy.
Oh, he stands up and looks fierce. Felony got his start in competitive Call of Duty through Search and Destroy, and now years later has made himself quite the name in Variant as well. Nice little cleanup there against one of the best in the game, Clayster, as Rise Nation strike first, even after getting first blooded.
Yeah, that's I mean, Attach, we've talked so much about how frustrated Attach has to be in Search and Destroy over the course of the weekend. He gets 2 kills there. And remember, I mean, some eyes have to be on Enable. You know, he's been frustrated. He's had some poor series. I mean, yesterday he had an abysmal Game 5 going up against Fnatic. I think it was 3-11. He's got to help his team here at Search and Destroy, somewhere he's taken critique at times.
Well, Attach again, getting some players weak in middle map, but it's Zuma who gets first blooded. They're just getting overwhelmed, and the flank now coming in. Oh, this is an all-out Rise attack as they wipe FaZe off the map.
That's part of why, you know, you felt good about Rise coming into this, is just that ability to soar and trade effectively. It's Aqua in behind, though, as he gets shots in everybody on FaZe. I mean, I just feel like, all right, so you know how Matt and I were talking last match about if this is one of the best turnarounds you've ever seen for a team, and as far as EG did, right? Is this one of the worst throws you've ever seen from FaZe? It's got to be up there.
I was going to ask that same question earlier, but I'm happy you brought it up because that is definitely a topic of conversation to go on after this weekend, especially if FaZe lose this one. Aqua and Felony, a combined 7 streak right now. Both players looking for this first blood near B, and there it is, Enable cut down.
Nice re-peek there from Felony. That's confidence. That's swagger as he finds another and should be getting close to the Trinity rocket.
Did you just say swagger?
Yes, I did.
Okay, that's fine. Let's move on. As now Zuma still yet to get a kill in this game. Well, actually, him, Clayster, and Enable all have something in common. 0-7 from them if you combine them. Attached, the only one from FaZe. Making his presence felt, and there he does die off. Thankfully, Zuma for the trade. Felony now does get cleaned on up. It's Clayster up against Looney in the one-on-one, and talk about a scenario that could save the game for FaZe.
1v1, he's playing the close corner. He is spotted. Looney peeks forward. Looney gets him, and Rise keeps on rolling.
Ah, that's tough to watch. I think our analysts will probably talk about how that one was played. I don't know, I always hear preached 1v1, don't sit in a corner like that, but he is watching the B site. Unfortunately for him, he didn't know, obviously we do, with Codcaster, that Looney did spot him going there, so for Looney, it's an easy cleanup.
Exactly. If he's not spotted, that's a much different scenario, exactly. But it looks very easy from Looney's POV, and just look across this. I mean, Felony has more kills than the entire FaZe side combined. 6-1 for Felony, 5 total kills for FaZe. How many times this weekend have we talked about Attach needing help in search? I mean, I've probably said it 4 times in this series already. He needs help.
Yes, we've gotten that point across now. Thank you.
I'm great. I'm
great to push that one again.
I love nailing points home. Though a first blood comes in for Clay, and there again, Rise, trade. It feels like you could never get a clean kill if you're FaZe Clan.
And what I love too already from Rise is Facento has repositioned himself to be closer to this Showers bomb. So he's already in a spot where he can get some information for his team. Felony and Looney will work off of that. They've seen at least 2 members of FaZe now. They'll call out exactly what payload characters they have seen, what rigs have been spotted, and nice job by FaZe to at least get out of there. They're not going to get pinched for the moment.
Looney just spots one on the edge, slides around. It's the ERAD from Zuma.
Oh, no!
By Facento off the map, and now all on Felony. He gets a clutch kill. He has reactive armor as well. Not going to use it there.
You know what's funny? Is if someone's new to watching competitive Call of Duty, they're tuning in. This is great. Facento's the one that fell off the map, but they're going to think Clayster did by the amount of clays that they're about to be in the chat.
Right.
Rough scenario for Facento. Tries to stay on. Unfortunately, he did take a tumble.
I know it might not have been the best with, I think, Attach set up in the back there by the commissary.
Oh, it was a great play by FaZe to get out of there.
Oh, I know. I sort of wanted Felonies to pop that reactive armor and try and gun them both.
Hey, you know what? That's why he's a better player than you.
Yeah.
Just say that.
That could be stated.
Yes.
That's a fair evaluation of his current gameplay. But Felony, again, 9-2. There's one more on the edge. Get off my map. Felony with a couple of headshots there. He's already into double digits in round 5. This is insane stuff.
And he's still hunting. He wants these kills. He also has the objective. So at this point, he probably could have earned close to a second reactive armor if he popped it earlier on. Does spot the shoulder of one. He'll go ahead and back on out, and up to Rise to still plant this bomb.
Yeah, let's stay with Felony. We have to. He's been so electric. He does have bomb. Now look at the position on the minimap of Facento. He's set up there, kind of that top visitor's hut, so he's got vision of mid-map, of Spiral, and now they want to make a play and wrap to get the bomb going. They're going to run right to Facento, and I love this. Get out. Don't allow yourself to be traded. Keep that 2v1.
You saw Attach didn't even try to challenge, but he got caught right on that little crevice in the wall, and because of it, might cost his team this round. Rise do get the objective planted, and with Felony having reactive armor, I mean, how does Rise Nation even manage to lose this?
Enable struggles, still mounting. 0-3 in a 1v2 around the back. He's below his point of view, not able to get it. It's Felony yet again. He finds 3 there. It's Felony and Facento bringing it all home.
Look at it again from Facento. Gets the help from Felony. Okay, you know what, Felony? I'm not Felony. I'm mad. He stole my kill.
I thought he had it.
Yeah, right. Felony, hey, if this went to round 11 and he got that 11th kill, he would have been on pace for 20 plus in this game if he kept this up.
Yeah, this is an absurd performance, and someone has to start to not even match this, but do something that's, go off for FaZe. I mean, you've been relying on Attach to be that guy so frequently. Now look at the minimap. Zuma on your screen, going to be the lone man hitting up top. Mid-map completely controlled by Rise Nation.
Well, that's how you slow down Felony. Thank you, Looney. He just flechette grenaded his teammate.
Great play.
FaZe like, all right, yeah, we'll send the PayPal. That's basically what happened. No. Okay, all right, 4v3. FaZe, I mean, you just got gifted this round. Now you have to actually win it.
Yeah, if you can't win this round, you're not winning this series.
Oh,
you need to do it here. You were given a gift. Suddenly, it's a 3 versus 3. They're letting it slip away.
Oh, no.
FaZe finds another. The gift that doesn't keep
Oh
on
my
giving.
God. Look at what just happened from FaZe right there. There was not a single player near each other. You talk.
It's the difference. It's the reason I took Rise in this before we even heard the percentages was because they've been so much better at playing, whether it's in pairs or bunching up as a group. They trade effectively, they push together, they're always watching each other's back. They don't split up and roam freely unless the scenario demands it. FaZe, they're not in a position to trade out one of those kills. Rise Nation's just better than them at Search and Destroy right now.
I mean, that right there, if FaZe needs to look back at any VOD, it's how they played that 4v3 scenario. Rise give up a first blood by basically nading their own teammate and then still don't have a single player die from there.
Felony has reactive. He's 10-2. He's been just amazing throughout this series. It was in the objective in game 1. Now he's doing it.
Yeah.
With the kills. Bomb down. FaZe nowhere near. They're going to have to work a 4-on-4 retake. This game 2 is likely over.
I couldn't agree with you more. Fellow, you have the reactive to use as well. Players have been spotted inside showers, and there's the reactive push from Felony. Puts it down to a 2-on-2. Enable and attach. Enable 0-5. Does get 1 kill on the board. Aqua by himself uses the FTL jump to get the corner. Does attach? No, he does! Okay, keeps FaZe in this game.
And that's how you get around win?
It's attach, always clutching.
Allowing a quick plant and working a 4v4 retake. When Felony pops reactive armor. Like, of all the rounds I wouldn't think you were going to win, it's that one.
You know what's strange? It's almost like FaZe Clan traded right there to win a round for their team.
Oh. Jeez. Attach. Getting it done. Enable getting his first kill. I mean, if Enable had died there and went 0-6,
I feel like if TP was the coach of this FaZe team, he would have just like turned them all around in their chairs and just did a one long slap across the line of them all in the face, told them to wake up.
He looks a bit flustered.
4 times multi-kill.
Attach, gonna be your lead man as he's gonna have the Centurion and Trophy to work with. Aqua playing sneaky here behind Bomb. Let's go over to Vicento as he's kind of hawking there inside a spiral.
And if I'm Rise and I see this push, I send Vicento back towards Garage, and I have Looney or Felony move to these spiral stairs and try to contest this area of the map. Vicento, obviously, with the NV4, good from range. There goes his arrow. Look at Vicento's arrow on the minimap. That's number 1. Rotating on back to Garage. Great play. Keep your K-bars near these middle steps. You know that there's a presence here. Right now, they're not worried about anything else. This is beautifully played right now from Rise Nation. They just need to get the kills to secure the round.
Aqua, he knows he's right around the edge. Teammate drops. I don't think they're going to be prepared for him. And this close corner, he's got Looney on steps as well. Look on X-Ray all the way around. That's the number 5 in the minimap. That's Clayster coming around the long way. So he might be able to get the jump on Vicento.
And the reason why FaZe hasn't done anything to plant the objective is because they're playing for this right here. Clayster gets the 2nd kill of the round. Now you'll see these FaZe arrows begin to move. Aqua trying to contest. He does clean up 2. The 3rd has been spotted. Aqua, do not do this! Oh my God, Aqua, what have you just done? FaZe's hopes and dreams collapsing in front of them as Rise take game 2, 6-2.
Did you have any confidence in Enable winning that gunfight with how that was going? Zero. Like, you knew as soon as he turned, he was winning that. Unbelievable stuff. Aqua has been brilliant today. Rise Nation has been brilliant today. 1 map away from actually taking first in this group.
Oh my goodness. FaZe are 1 map from not making the Stage 1 playoffs when I would say 90% of people thought coming into this weekend they would place in the first place, not even top 2, just first.
I saw multiple posts, whether it was from various sites, players saying this group was so one-sided with regards to FaZe that it would be shocking if they lost a series.
Yeah.
Now at risk of losing 4 in a row and not even making it in to the playoff. I think it's $500,000 they're going to play for. You got to feel sick for the guys right now, but FaZe, they will have to work a reverse sweep. It begins with the Game 3 uplink right after this.
Our final G Fuel key player matchup of the weekend is between Attach and Facento. And what a performance we've seen from these two so far in Search and Destroy up to this series. Attach has been the saving grace in the times that FaZe has looked good in S&D, while Facento is a big reason why Rise Nation are just shy of a 90% win percentage in that game mode. Unfortunately though, for FaZe, they've got Uplink coming up next. Rise have looked untouchable in it so far this weekend. Can FaZe stay alive? This has been your G Fuel key player matchup.
We are back, and Rise Nation one map away from first place in the blue group. And, you know, I was thinking back to the beginning of this when the casters were talking coming into this weekend, and the thing that we all talked about mostly was Search and Destroy for this group, just because
yes.
Fnatic have been great, FaZe great, Rise at times can be spectacular, historically they are. And then we come in here, and FaZe just belly flops in that particular game mode. Like, I just don't think anyone saw that coming. Like, so as bad as Rise was at Dallas, the reason I took Rise second is because I didn't think they could possibly be that bad in Search again. They haven't been. They've been brilliant.
Someone sent me a tweet, Maven, and it simply said, "This is not the FaZe team that I know and love." And right now, it does not look like a team in general. They are playing at different paces. They have not been on the same page in Search and Destroy. And now they're on the verge of 4 straight series losses and a 3rd place finish in this group, which again means that they will not be at our $500,000 Stage 1 playoffs later on in May.
You know, it's like EG delivered them a knockout punch with that first 3-0, and they just never stood up.
Yeah.
They come out, they did not expect to lose that whatsoever with the way EG played. They probably thought that was an easy series. Starts on the Scorch Hardpoint, they lose the series from there, and it's just like EG laid them out.
And I was talking to TP earlier about the difference in how EG played since they got that first series victory and their confidence in you can see their confidence in how they're playing. They were challenging. If they thought they had even a 25% chance of winning a gunfight, they were challenging it and just straight up winning it. That's why Nables was getting so many 2-pieces with that K-bar. Nagaven was flying all over the map going positive respawns. FaZe looked like the opposite.
That if you highlighted, you know, put a pin on one, like the key series in this weekend for Blue Group, I think it's that EG win over FaZe in day 2. Because since then, EG hasn't lost. Since then, FaZe hasn't won. It's just like they completely flop, man. I've never seen anything like it. It's absolutely insane.
You don't want to talk about it so much, but really, it's quite hard to believe that this could be the final map of this blue group. FaZe fans, you need a reverse sweep if you want your team to make it into the Stage 1 playoffs. Rise Nation, you just need one map victory to sit at 4-2 and beat out EG in the head-to-head matchup. For that one, let's get into it, folks. Game number 3, FaZe versus Rise Nation in our final series of the weekend.
Here we go. And you gotta mention the fact that FaZe has done many reverse sweeps, some historical ones, like versus Epsilon on AW, down from 0-3. Can they do it here?
You think of all the times we've seen Clayster throw up that choke symbol on the main stage. It's because of those reverse sweeps that we've seen from FaZe. We are now into the first 30 seconds of the game as both teams are fighting for mid-lobby control and the drone. But as I say that, Rise Nation chained together 3, and now they're on the offensive.
Well, here they go. Facento with drone in hand. Looney trying to lead the way as he drops, though. It's a melee for Facento. Up high over the roof. It's just a little bit right and a little bit deep.
Falls just shy of that portal. And now FaZe will grab the drone and not even reset it. They'll just play for this push because they've got Clayster at an advantageous position in the Rise Nation base. 2 dead now for Rise. They're going to move forward with this objective. They have a chance for a quick 1-point play.
Zuma picks up a couple. He's doing everything he can. Attach trying to follow it up, but Ludi still here on defense. There's 2 of them. He tries to slide, maybe make a hero play, get that 1-point toss off, but just didn't have any help. And now the map basically resets.
So look where Facento is in the map. He's number 5. This is something that he did against Fnatic when they played this map earlier on this weekend. He always hits this Cherry Blossom side, especially when his team is trying to score towards this area. Teams sometimes just kind of forget about this lane. His teammates will then grab the drone and either follow him with it or move to that middle ATM lane that you right now see Enable inside of on your minimap. Watch out for that to be a key area of interest as this side goes on.
Well, let's see if FaZe can get something going. You have Zuma on a 3 streak, Clayster with 2, drone in hand for Clay, but as he falls, you kind of leave Zuma by himself here, but he's continuing to work towards some streaks. 50 off that Scarab as he's starting to light up the kill feed a bit, but you know, the kills don't matter much if you're not getting points in behind him.
Great challenge from Felony to clear out the middle tarp area. He's now flanked the player top station, Clayster. That could save his team from giving up a dunk. The 1-point throw connects for Rise Nation. They're the first on the board.
You love that cam, right? You see the interception attempt coming through right as it goes in. Rise, can they build on this 1-point advantage? He tries to snap, but Zuma continues to win big one-on-one fights, but he needs somebody else to start helping him here. He's really leading the way in the kill feed. Well, honestly, it's not really a slaying thing for the most part. They're actually out-slaying right now. It's more they need to play behind the objective when those kills come through. So now you just picked up 1. Enable, managed to stay alive. Zuna picks up the player in the back. Drone out, you need points.
This is their best chance yet. Unfortunately, Rise members are spawning on the portal. If you are from FaZe, this will be a little bit tougher to score. The dunk should go in. Nicely blocking by Attach and Clay. FaZe answer right back with 2 points of their own. Attach
now working on a streak of his own. I guess with the timing, he thought maybe he could get drone and get out of there.
Yeah.
Maybe play a little bit more for those streaks, but as much as we're knocking their lack of objective play, they need to focus on that just a bit more. But as it stands, FaZe holds the 1-point advantage. Aqua inside.
You might be surprised to hear that all 4 players from FaZe are currently positive. Their Attach just dropped to even. But a lot of those kills are why they were able to get that dunk. I think they chained about 6 or 7 together, and that was really the difference. Now it's Rise Nation, though. Back with their foot on the gas pedal. You got the drone in the hands of Ascento. That kill from Felony makes it possible for the 1-point throw to go in. They've tied back up this game.
Yeah, I was just about to say that Enable went massive because he picked up those first couple of kills, but Rise still gets it through on the back of Felony, winning a one-on-one. Looney able to get in and pick up drone as well. Let's talk about the camo players right now. You can see neck and neck with Enable and Looney, both sitting right about halfway there. Some nice shots with the ERAD. His teammates drop. Thankfully, that player weak at long distance.
Aqua can still make something happen here from top station. He can either just buy time for his team, challenge a couple gunfights, nice cleanup there with the help of Attach to at least relieve that pressure for the moment. And again, FaZe, they'll just throw the drone forward. And this is a sign of FaZe continuing to know how key it is to move the drone forward, but also play around the slaying there so it doesn't reset. They grab it, drop it down. Now they'll push forward. Once they get that kill on Looney, they say, all right, this is our best lane. Let's try to flood it through Park and go for a quick throw. FaZe doing everything right on this push. They've got 1 player to beat. There he goes. This will be a dunk from FaZe as they'll take the lead going into the half.
FaZe now back in control. 30
Beautifully
seconds
done.
remaining. Can they get anything else here? Don't allow a counter. Thankfully, Clayster, they're at mid-map. And Clayster, let's go over to him because he's on a 6 streak. How close is he to actually picking up streaks? He's 50 away from this Trinity Rocket, and they're looking for more points. Zuma grabs the drone in the back. Clay set up with the NV4. That should be an easy kill. Maybe a second easy kill.
Oh.
Lining him up as Clay gets some streaks, and there's another dunk with 5 to go.
Brilliant ending to the half by FaZe. And who started it all? Clayster on the top left of your screen. The leader of this squad needs to go big for his team, and he does it right there. There's your final kill cam from Attach.
Did you see what he actually earned with those final 2 kills? Did he get the whole way to bombardment or just pick up?
He did.
He did, okay. I wasn't sure.
He has full streaks now. Actually, he did use a Scarab already, which he killed Aqua with, but now...
I don't even consider that part of full streak.
Okay, there you go. So now he's got the Trinity of bombardment to follow up. There it is on the bottom right of his screen. And he's 1 kill off Overdrive, which we know on this map can be very, very useful.
Nice shots at range. Picks up Vicento early on before being quickly traded out. Drone with FaZe Clan for now as they're looking to make a play. It's Zuma finding another kill in by the mid lobby. And they're trying to push this down by Cherry Blossom through gas and up mid street here. Tries to re-peek Aqua after already getting tagged up. Can't finish the kill as Rise Nation controls the mid street for now, and they're looking to strike back.
FaZe currently outslaying by 15 kills in this game, as it's the major reason why they have themselves a 4-point lead. Clayster still focusing towards his Cherry Blossom side, and I don't really mind this so far for FaZe. They just burned, what, almost a minute off the clock by just moving the drone towards that area and fighting for kills off that close spawn.
And a big thing to look at, as good as Clay has been, it's been kind of a Clay versus Aqua thing at times, right? Just they play that long-range position with the NV4. For the most part, Aqua has dominated him and dominated everyone this weekend. Right now, Aqua's struggling, and Clay has exploded. If he can keep winning this matchup, they can bring it back.
They don't speak too soon, though, as Rise, they're finally pushing up the map. 2 dead for FaZe. Make that 3 now, as Clayster is dropped. The close member of FaZe should die shortly here. And now Rise Nation, they've got to push for a dunk here. They know where the final 2 members of FaZe are to beat. There they go. It's going to be drone in the hands of Felmy. The dunk before the rocket comes in. There goes 1 streak from FaZe.
Yeah, I mean, that couldn't be any better for Rise. A streak gets burned and you still score.
And you still have pressure.
Oh, yeah.
Look, FaZe have 3 dead again. There's only 1 person to beat. It is Clays for the overdrive. The throw intercepted by Attach. Heads up play from him to keep this a 2-point game.
FaZe needs to, kind of stop the bleeding right now. They gave up a good bit of time there in the sense that they had no possession. It was all Rise pushing them for the last 60 to 90 seconds. Now it's going to be their turn. Can they strike? Again, 1 below. I think Enable actually, no, he hasn't picked him up yet. It's Vicento playing up close, and Vicento and Aqua combined for several kills here. Clay, the last line of defense by Cherry Blossom, and he tees him up with the NV4. Again, still has bombardment, has overdrive.
Oh, look, he can grab this and run right through back alley. Okay, no. Smart play from him. This is why he's much better than me. He knew the player would spawn right underneath the portal.
He definitely could have done it 3 times over, though.
Now he's just buying time again. FaZe, this entire half has just been killing time off the clock. 1 person to beat. Throws the drone.
Nice.
Go ahead and grab it. If he pops overdrive right now, he'll get the score. What a play from Clayster. Oh, my God. MVP type stuff in this uplink.
I think there were probably about 8 different times over those 30 seconds he could have done it, but he can't see what we can, right? He doesn't know how the minimap is layered. But now the bombardment coming through. Clay making sure there's no kind of counterattack through statue.
And look at the minimap. That bombardment, look at how open that whole lane was. Nobody was there from FaZe. Because of that, it basically saves what would have been an easy 1 up, potentially a dunk from Rise. That is how you use a streak here on Precinct Uplink.
The first one provides not. The second is big. Enable now has picked it up. He's got Camo to work with as well. Can he possibly provide a dagger here as we're approaching 90 seconds remaining in the game? Rise Nation has to clutch. FaZe looking to close. Enable now has drone. Enable has Camo. Gonna toss it forward for now. Look for a couple of kills before they mount the pressure.
Yeah, and with Camo, he can play such a sneaky role. FaZe can grab this drone, just throw it forward near the slower street. Enable can pre-Camo if he wants right here. Right now, he should just stay in this corner. The drone should get thrown to him. He should Camo right away. Dunk it in. FaZe are using their brains and their gun skill in this uplink.
And they need it. They need every bit of it here to mount the comeback. This series becoming much, much more interesting as Enable about to be fully streaked out. There's 60 seconds remaining. The game looking to be closed out here for FaZe, and the reverse sweep remains alive.
They've awoken the red-headed beast that is Enable. He's 26 and 21. Attached, the only member of FaZe who is negative. With those 3 kills right there, it might just seal the deal. FaZe fans, your team's dreams are not done yet. Here in stage 1, Attach with the icing on the cake. 12-4. Oh, Maven, we're going to another hard point.
And I'll tell you what, man, as good as Clay was, you gotta give props to Enable, buddy. He was horrendous in the search and destroy. Looked like he couldn't win a single gunfight. He goes off here, and Clay wants to add more, but not able to get it off. 10 seconds left. FaZe has done it.
We've seen some incredible individual performances on maps so far this weekend, but this one from Clayster has to be up there. Double positive, the dunk that lit the flame under FaZe inside 2 puts them back within 1 map of Rise Nation.
You heard Aches talk about, EG in the sense that when Nameless comes alive, it's a chain reaction. When he gets hype, he picks up the other team. Picks up his teammates. The same can be said for Clayster, man. He starts to get going. Enable suddenly looks like he can shoot straight. The team is right back in this. What a gutsy win.
There was one individual play that really stood out, which was Clayster's back alley. But what I mean by that is the rest were team plays. They were coordinated. The 2 rally dunks they had on side 1 were because they knew who they had in lobby watching the overextension, who they had to grab the drone and play that objective. They passed it to each other. They had the lead blocker perfectly done. You think of the camo play, enable, trust in his teammate to grab the drone, get it to Tarp, get the lead kill, pass it to him, and then camo dunk. That was FaZe that we've seen throughout the year to this point. Can they keep it going, though, for 2 more maps?
And I believe we're going to be going to Breakout. Now, this is a map that FaZe can be great. What's Pat saying?
No, this is what Ake said at the beginning of the series. He thought FaZe were going to win off this map. Take the series 3-1. He's very confident in the squad. I'm sure FaZe know that.
I want a game 5. I want a round 11 desperately.
You said that in the green room, and it might just happen.
Well, you take a look here at the precinct uplink. Enable goes off. 6 points with the objective. 30 kills, the 1.30 KD. Felony, you know, he struggled a little bit. I mean, what was his KD in the hardpoint? Like 0.88, but he had 2 minutes to go. Here, he doesn't get as involved in the slang. Not so much of the objective either, but he went hard carry mode in the game too.
Imagine the 2 emotional roller coasters and stories we saw from this group, EG and FaZe, if they are your top 2. Both of those roads to make it to the top 2, I don't know if they'll be beaten in the next couple of weeks of the stage 1.
It doesn't get better than this. We're prepping ourselves for the game 4. Can FaZe Clan fight back? So much on the line. 500 grand stage 1 playoff, a pool play spot for Anaheim, a spot for $700,000 in stage 2, a spot at the Call of Duty Championship for $1.5 million. All in this series.
That's a little bit of pressure.
No.
Well, they have qualified for everything right now but stage 1 playoffs, so.
That's true.
you can hype it up that much. I'll bring us back down to earth for a second. These teams know they are going to be in Anaheim pools, well, in stage 2 and the champs. But either way, hey, stage 1 playoffs is still 500 grand.
You know, we've been talking a lot about the performance Clayster put on in that last map. He has been competing for the better part of a decade. He is one of the oldest players in the game, one of the best players in the game. We asked him what his greatest MLG moments were.
My biggest MLG moment had to have been X Games, just because when MLG hosted the X Games and we won gold medals when I was on Optic, that was just such a monumental thing to have an actual X Games gold medal. And so I cherish that memory more so than the Anaheim, but the Anaheim was way more hype.
He's won MLG events, X Game gold medal, a COD champs. This guy has done it all, and you saw him come alive there. They need him.
And I would say now more than ever, his competitive drive is still there. It's incredible when you've got so many accolades behind you, when you've won so much money and done so many things. He's a COD Champs MVP. I would be like, okay, I'm done. I'm going to kick my feet up and enjoy. Clayster's still, though, playing harder than ever before.
And these guys are like brothers, man. You've been teaming together for almost 2 years. You live together in a team house. You've been through it all. You've seen it all over the course of 3 titles. You need the strength now more than ever on this breakout hardpoint, or will Rise Nation put him away?
I think we're going game 5.
I want it.
I think we're going game 5, not only because as a caster you always want game 5 round 11, but I think it's going to happen.
I'll drop kick Aches off that desk for a game 5.
A lot of people on the internet are praying that this game 5 happens. Also, you probably just lost your job.
That's all right. There's nothing wrong with a swift kick.
Wait, I think Benson has a piece of paper.
Oh, Benson, what do you have?
Benson's got some paper for us.
All right, so what did he just hand me? FaZe only won 1 S&D all weekend versus Fnatic. That explains the 16% we heard. And Rise has only lost 1 S&D, which explains their 83%, and that was to EG, Game 5, Day 2. So if this goes to a Game 5, you know, we talked about the stats going into the Game 2 S&D. It almost seems impossible for FaZe to win with how their search has been. But if we've learned anything over the course of this guy's career, never count out Clayster. He fights back every single time.
Let's get into it. Game 4, breakout hardpoint. We have once seen FaZe beat a team 250-22 on this map and game mode combination on the main stage. I'm sure FaZe fans want the same thing right here, except this time they've got to go through Rise Nation. Rise have already beaten them in hardpoint once this series.
You know, Breakout's, it's a special map. You know, we talk a lot about Hardpoint and how it comes down to those money hills, the ones you can pick up huge amounts of time. And, you know, for something like Retaliation or Scorch, you've got a couple of them. On this map, just about everything outside of the first, you can rack up, you know, 45 to 60 points. FaZe has had incredible comebacks here. They've had incredible wins here. It's game 4. 500 grand up for grabs in the playoff, and it's on the line here for who will go to compete. We're kicking things off with Fellow.
He's gonna get tagged up by every nade in the world. That's actually Clayster with 3 right off the bat. Beautiful start from him.
And that's huge because he's a guy that plays off passion, energy, momentum, and for him to come out with a big, sick 3-piece like that off the break, it's gonna be electric for him to keep it going. So far, every single point going the way of FaZe Clan.
You know these guys are into this right now. Their communication is going to be second to none. Let's hear it from FaZe.
All right, wait for us, Ian. Wait.
Oh, wow, good shots.
Still have a double nade class. I'm a double nade hill since I still have this class.
Yeah, Faseno's there. I spawn back there.
I'm pitching cave.
Where they at?
I heard him in hill.
I'm going showers. I'm gonna try and cut through the middle.
Big
you
first
guys try
kill
and work my
here,
bet. You guys try and work my bet.
Yep. Halls, fellows with halls.
Laying down in bay, laying down in bay.
Fellows flanking.
Looney's
Second
laying
point.
down
He's flanking. Nice.
Fellow dead.
Nice.
Okay, there's one more old. There's one more old.
I spawn heli.
I'm coming around cave.
One's that old mid hill. One's that old mid hill.
I'm going all the way around.
I'm coming bay. Old mid hill?
Yeah, he was. Come on. Oh, yeah, he's in the corner. Guys.
I don't see him back here.
Yeah, I'm going low.
Top OG dead. 2. We gotta go quick. I need.
Let's go quick now.
My bad, I'm ready.
Coming in back door.
He's in the left corner, Aqua.
One's in the back, one.
I naded E-box front door.
We have your left. We have left door. We have left
Hit
door.
wall run behind you.
I got him.
I'm helping you.
Yo, wall run, one hit, wall run.
No one probably back wall run. Oh, no, he came back on me.
Just stay like
Slid on me, slid on me, weak. Looney weak.
I spawn back steps. I spawn back steps. They're all gonna be fine. They're all gonna be fine.
No one pow,
Big
pow,
win,
pow.
big win. Let's
Nice.
go. 20 seconds. Rotate. Go.
Oh, he's there. Fuck, he's there. Quick.
Big time.
Fellows pushing wall.
This is big time. I'm gonna help you with it.
I got him. No, go time.
Come.
One's low cave,
They're
Faseno.
gonna beat us, guys. They're gonna beat first kill.
Dude, Faseno's one hit low
I'm
cave.
gonna pull out smokes.
Faseno's low cave.
Tommy, stay down, medbay. Stay alive, medbay.
Spawn back bay.
We're all going bay, right?
Base stairs.
Base steps got me. Got him.
Alright, hold up. Faseno's gonna be in the hill. Yo, one's at the wall, one's front bay. One is front bay.
Let's go, Tommy. Let's go. Let's hit this.
He threw a fucking cluster in the
Two there. One low close. One
Yeah,
yellow.
one close, one on
I'm
yellow.
pulling out smokes.
I got one.
Stay alive. I'm pulling out smokes.
Alright.
Hold bay. Make
One
sure
is
you hold bay
close.
until I
Alright,
get there.
I'll hold bay. I'm coming middle
One's
right.
close left. Just wait.
Alright, I got bay.
I fucked the smoke up.
Yo, there's 2 yellow.
He trophied it too.
Yellow.
Three there. One second.
Yellow dead.
Nice. Stay alive. Try slide
Back cave.
I couldn't slide in.
I spawn back
Back
in.
cave weak. Back cave weak. One yellow.
Two there.
I nade over.
Yellow. We might just rotate.
Yeah, yellow. Rotate. Yeah. Try to rotate, guys.
Front bay.
Yeah,
He's in bay. Aqua's in bay.
Yeah, He's going for base steps.
Yeah, Aqua got me. Aqua on my head streak.
He's on a 5 streak.
Try to kill him. Nice.
Big win.
So we gotta rotate, guys.
Are we hitting
gotta
middle? Are we
rotate.
hitting middle?
Yeah. One's top cave tank. Cave tank.
I nade over.
He got me.
He got me.
Jump down on me, Bryce.
Faseno.
I'm pulling out smokes again.
Okay, go front.
We talk about how each hill can be money. You saw Rise, perfect hold at Grave. At one point, I think Aqua stringed together 4 or 5 kills in like a 5-second span. Sick stuff from Aqua.
Multi-kill from him, and now look at the momentum it's built for Rise Nation. They're all over the kill feed. There, Aqua, another one. His NV4 untouched right now. Clayster and crew, they're trying the smoke strat as well. Nothing working at the moment. He's pushing for every kill he can get. Rise with already a 70-second lead and growing.
That's
what are FaZe? They're just 4 hitting. They're 1 by 1 hitting this.
That's when Aqua's scary, man. Like, he plays like a maniac. When he thinks in his head he can't lose a gunfight to anyone, he's so scary.
There we go. They finally break on through. Zuma's 2-piece was enough to swing the trade in their favor. If FaZe get this 20 seconds, they'll be back within 1 minute. But already Rise with an electric start of this hard point.
They've got a big lead. You get the final couple points here, you're swinging back into it, but as the next set of rotations, I mean, they have to, the big one was Grave, right? I don't think FaZe even got close to touching it. You heard like, Zuma, slide in. He's like, I couldn't.
Yeah.
He's not able to get in. They're at no point even close to contesting it. And now as we hit our second cycle, it's Facento set up top. He doesn't have to even shoot his gun yet as the teammates picking up kills all around the hard point.
I love this positioning from Looney too. Playing this close van, they have no idea he's here. Does at least get one before he's traded on out. Aqua has a trophy behind him. FTL jump nearly earned. FaZe, they have a great opportunity now, Maven. They have a full setup they want for middle, but also They will be ready for this next cell block hardpoint. Why is Attach not pre-aiming there?
I don't know. Now everything's opening up. Like okay, thankfully you get the spawn on the back for Attach. You're holding the right side of the map, so things may be okay. But look at the number 6. That's Looney at the bottom of the map. He's starting to set up and flank in behind. I don't know that they're going to be ready for him here, and he's going to find a kill. Can he somehow get a spawn at the bottom right side of the map? I don't think so with Clay.
That garage spawn right there is definitely still possible for FaZe. Big thing too, Zuma staying alive inside showers even for a moment. FaZe know where this push is. Thankfully, if Looney could just stall out time, every second that goes by fully favors Rise Nation.
This is beautiful stuff. Looney just being in the right position, the right time. He does end up dropping, and Clay stays on the map by some miracle. Very uncharacteristic. He finally does drop, and Rise Nation gets the break.
Remember that moment right there. That might have been the map-changing moment for the side of Rise Nation. They get the break on the money hill that is bottom cell block. FaZe are nowhere near breaking this thing. That wave of kills has already gotten Rise Nation 20 seconds. It's a 40-second swing in the grand scheme of things. Now pushing towards 30. FaZe are just pushing back in. 2 kills from Fellow, make it 3. FaZe get wiped out. It's about to be a 100-second lead for Rise Nation.
And you hear Felony screaming, man. He is fired up. And Aqua is set up on top here. He has to They're not going to be ready for this. He is just playing with unreal confidence here, Jack, as he keeps finding the kills. But all right, there's the break. You have to get the perfect hold like Rise did the first time through.
There's no other argument. There is no other argument. Rise do not have, I believe they don't have any streaks. They have no payloads. You have no excuse to not get a full 60 here. Simple as that if you're FaZe.
You saw Clay
Scarab,
dive.
okay, they did have a Scarab.
Spawn in the back. Now it's going to be Zuma here. He slides out in the open, gets caught. Enable backs him up and finds 2 kills. So they're still holding, thanks to Enable getting all 3. So good position and cover from Enable. He's still here. He's got Scarab out. They get these final 30 seconds. They're going to be trailing by 50 or so points. Enable keeps going. Maybe he can get some streaks. 275 off the Trinity Rocket, and he's hunting for more. Get out of the back, Felony. Find another kill.
More importantly, Enable. Look at all these kills going towards his camo, and as well as the time.
Woo!
Snaps on him. Goodbye, Facento. As this is the hold you needed from FaZe. The 100-second lead now down to just 50. Enable, if he gets in this hard point, he'll not only earn himself the first streak, but potentially the bombardment as well with a kill. Look at this.
Here it comes. The rotation in, 75 off bombardment. Enable was slow early. He's got 6 in a row, but it's Clay set up on Snow Streak. Can he find a couple of kills? They're flying at him. He's going to drop it. Enable still getting kills. Can we please get back to him? He's got 7 in a row. Enable doing everything he can. Now fully streaked out. Finally, he drops, and Rise gets the break. You use streaks here, maybe?
Ooh, but Aqua, and yeah, if I'm FaZe, I think you do, especially when you have Trinity Rocket. This precise streak can help push people out.
Yes.
Make it 3. FaZe surging back in. A great break with the streak. If they get these 30 seconds, Maven, they'll be down by just 20.
Oh my God. FaZe is doing it. They all look to be hitting a wall run. Attaching crew getting set up. The trade's there. Clay finds it. 1 on the low wall run, but Clayster able to find the kill. 10 seconds left. One more person here to contest, and FaZe holds on. The comeback is alive and well.
Do not count this team out yet, folks. From a 100-second lead for Rise down to just 20. You still have Attach on a 4 streak. FaZe, your fans need you now more than ever. What can Rise Nation do to close out this game?
Here goes Attach.
One more kill for Trinity.
Looking for it. It's good. It's Felony yet again. I think he gets both there instantly as he's shooting through loading. Felony has been a stud, man. 23 and 15. There's the bombardment. He wisely gets down and nearly finds a kill, but Enable actually kills him inside. So Enable going off. The streak's proving so huge. Can FaZe hold on, but they need to get the other side. They need the spawn.
Think of the turnaround we've seen from Enable in this series, doing what he can to keep FaZe in this one. Rise Nation pinching from all different areas. FaZe trying to keep this one contested. Rise can no longer win off this hard point. And I can tell you right now, FaZe are spawning all the way out.
Oh, no.
They've not only got to kill through this hill, but then push towards cell block. This could be the end right here, Maven.
Oh, no. They need the perfect break that you saw Rise do on this hard point, and Aqua in the sneaky spot. He's got everything lined up, not able to finish any kills. They're actually going to peek him here.
They're just going to go for it.
They're going to be in the 3v4. They have to. They have to go. Clayster wins 1. Clayster wins 2. Can Clay get it done? He's got a bit of help here. Now comes the break. The 240 mark about to be hit. FaZe is in. FaZe is fighting on the outside. Attach and a team kill. FaZe has got control. They spawn him out, and baby, we've got a game.
And remember, payload's now going to come into play if this does go towards the final hard point. They know the push is coming from middle. Zoom with the first one here. He gets a kill onto Felony. Second player now spotted. Rise's lead can dissipate right here if FaZe hold this full time. This is their push. This is it. This is their push to win the game.
They're flying in, tension building, one slides across. Can FaZe when it kills being traded so far? One more, he needs to win that.
They can't win off this.
They can't win, they can't win. They need 2 more points, and here goes the race to cemetery.
FaZe are gonna beat them here.
They're gonna get in, they're gonna get in. Attach, trying to get set up. They're here first, but Felony has his payload to work with. Can we go to Felony's POV? I wanna see, he might try to break here with reactive.
Here comes the push from Rise Nation. They've gotta wait for this pitch to come on in. Weakens one player just staying alive. The payload's going to come into play. 245 to 236 for a spot in the stage playoffs.
Here he goes. Felony gets one, but he gets cut down. FaZe still holding on. FaZe maybe can do it, but it's actually going to be Rise Nation in the backside. Zuma wins 1. They're there. They're fighting around the edge. He can't locate the kill. He's just on the other side of it.
Oh my God! He
There
got
it
the
is.
kill! Clayster's still here. Rise Nation need 1 second. They need to kill the player on the bulldozer. Clayster finds it.
Clayster did it.
We're going
Clayster
to
did
a
it.
game 5. We're going to a game 5. What just happened? Clutch is all that describes it. From 100 seconds of a lead down to a 1-point loss. We're going to a game 5.
My heart is like pounding out of my chest right now, man. That was absolute insanity. They might have just broke Rise's back, man.
Zuma made the play of the game, sliding out, sacrificing himself to kill the player on the other side of the bulldozer. If he doesn't do that, Rise Nation get the number advantage, they get bodies inside the hill, and they easily clear out FaZe. I'm out of breath.
Those are the moments you live for, man, whether you're a fan, a player, a caster. I actually just heard our producer in our ear. He sounded short of breath there. He goes, coming to you.
I mean, I'm sweating. You're sweating. Oh, that always happens no matter where we are.
It does.
A game 5.
Can we all take a collective breath?
There's got to be a video we can show or a break or something.
Yeah. Are we allowed to go to a break?
I don't know what's happening.
No, we're staying on board. Game 5 coming up next. But guys, before we get there, I think the fans need a break. The players need a break. We need a break. We will be right back. Here we go, Jack. It is time for Game 5.
I still haven't regained composure from Game 4. If you're just joining us, welcome. This is the CWL Global Pro League presented by PlayStation 4. Why is this series so important? That team on your screen, FaZe Clan, many people predicted them to be #1 in this group, undisputed. People thought if they lose a series, it's a failure for them this weekend. Right now, they are fighting for even just second in this group to make it into the $500,000 Stage 1 playoffs. Now, we're going to a Game 5, what could be potentially a reverse sweep for FaZe to get that done.
I've got 2 points. First off, the S&D. The fact that Rise has lost one S&D this weekend. FaZe has only won one S&D this weekend. Also, tickets are still available for Week 3.
Gotta get the plug in there, MLG.tv.
No, but seriously, I mean, if you've been watching, this has been insane. Yeah. And next week's group could be a similar result. That might have actually been the scariest group with the way Epsilon has played, but it's all on this. You see Looney, Aqua, Fellow, Bacento on the other side, Clayster, Attach, Zuma, and Enable. 8 juggernauts in North American Call of Duty, and it all comes down to this one game of Search and Destroy.
My hands are shaking. I'm sweating profusely. At this point, I don't think it's just because I'm overweight. I think it's strictly because of the game we just saw. If you're Rise Nation, you just gave up a 100-second lead to lose by 1 point. How do you even come back from this?
It's got to just feel like, you know, you've been punched in the stomach maybe once in your life. Just a punch to the gut, man. Like, I can't fathom how else it could be. Like, God, you know, you saw Tommy's reaction after that game last night, and you're thinking back, what was it, Dallas? Remember that shot of Arcides on the stage where he just bent over after that Game 5? It's stuff like that that makes this so brilliant. I love Call of Duty.
I love you.
I love you too, buddy.
Finally, someone said it. Let's get into Game 5. This is it. This is all she wrote for this series. S&D on Crusher. There's no other way to put it. If you win this series, if you win this map, actually, I just remembered. I believe someone tweeted something along the lines of last place at playoffs. I think every player on the team gets like $5,800 or something like that. So, like per player. So right now, this is a map for minimum $5,800 per player if you make it in.
And then what?
A $6,000 S&D per person right now. This is a $6,000 map of Crusher per player.
Yeah, well, and also you think about the fact that there's $200,000 for first place going to Stage 1, so even more money than that potentially, but here we go.
Noise, yeah.
Make some noise, it's Game 5.
Let's see how Rise Nation play it. They're gonna be the first team making a push on offense, and Clayster should have just spotted Felony in this position, and I love it. Immediately Attach recognizes they're gonna get overwhelmed. They back on out, they'll play for the retake.
Felony was a superstar in Game 2. On the other side, it's been Enable, it's been Attach that has been just electric, but it's Clayster finding 2 kills. Facento now in a 1 versus 3. He spots a couple of players, lining them up. Their body stacking a bit for him. He wants to finish that second kill, almost turning this into a 1v1, but now they've got him on both sides, and Facento going to drop, but that was scary for a second there.
Clayster already is 1 kill off his FTL jump and has earned the Scarab in just the first round. Another thing to point out as well, beautiful play, the shot call to say, guys, back out of the A site, let's retake it together as a team. You think if you keep Attach in there by himself with 3 players swarming him, he not only gets first blooded, but then they're at a number disadvantage.
Great stuff on the spot from Clay. He gets, 3 kills in that round, plus the defuse. And again, he's a guy that rides off momentum. Think about the last map. He opened up with a 3-piece there on the first Hardpoint. This is going to be huge for me. Look how close he is to that. He's 275 off of Trinity as well. We're sticking with the big men. We're sticking with Clay. Let's watch him in round 2.
And now this is what I love. Clayster and crew playing some mind games by showing Attach middle. Look at how Rise Nation are playing. They're so worried about an A push. Enable gets first blood, and now because the bomb didn't show to his site, they can easily rotate and react accordingly.
Back-to-back first bloods for FaZe. They were steamrolled in the Game 2 S&D. Facento wrapping back. They're going to have to play the retake here, as I believe Enable working on getting this bomb down. Now they peek the edge. Not able to win it. That's Zuma actually cutting him down. Zuma gets 2.
Hello.
Aqua by himself in FaZe. back-to-back rounds.
There has been more teamwork from FaZe in these 2 rounds of Crusher than the entirety of Breakout Search and Destroy in Game 2.
You know, as lopsided the statistics are for Search and Destroy, it doesn't tell the whole story, man.
I checked Twitter between games. Ben had posted about that. Benson brought up how, you know, the Rise had only lost 1, FaZe had only won 1, and basically him and Marky B decided after a map like that, throw out any statistics,
yeah,
anything can happen.
Exactly. Well, here we go. Rise on offense. It's going to be Facento peeking the edge as they wrap back. You can see the defense starting to wrap towards B, the offense taking it back around towards A, so little do they know it, but Rise currently set up to get bombed down in a very good position. Clayster, now they know it's clear. They know it's clear that now they have to plan their retake.
Most certainly. But I like how Rise are trying to play this. Enable, though, does spot the first player.
Back-to-back first bloods.
But not only that, protecting Clayster while he's in that Scarab. They knew he was in the spawn. They tried to go push for that kill.
As much as we have knocked Enable for his S&D gameplay all weekend long, he's been abysmal. He's going off here on the main stage. Facento, it's a 1v1. It's Clayster. He FTLs, and Clayster does it!
Bombardment earned. Trinity Rocket earned. A 6-0 start from the man himself as FaZe are up 3-0.
Mr. Map 5, Clayster. This is incredible.
Cannot wait to see this kill cam. He should clean up the first, then immediately FTL jump to the second. Oh, actually, okay, we won't actually see it. I forgot he went for that defuse. That doesn't show it. My bad. Slap myself on the wrist for that one.
Oh, 3-0 FaZe. What can Rise do here, man? It's like you need a round.
Look at this. All right, now FaZe, they've got the full side of this. They should stretch it. Okay, they're not stretching, so they will not be able to fall back to their side, but it might actually be a blessing in disguise. As look at how aggressive Rise Nation are playing on the opposite side of the map.
Yeah.
Do FaZe use a streak here? I say no because they played inside, and this was a perfect setup from FaZe. They know Clay had full streaks. Rise thought it was going to be a B play. Instead, FaZe get a full take of A, and there's 30 seconds left in a 4v4.
Can we go to Clay's POV here for a moment, just because the man hasn't died yet. He deserves it. He's 6-0 right now. He sees a couple underneath. Clay trying to find the kills close to the MV4. There he picks it up. He saw one more. Calls it out to his teammate. That kill's gone as well. It's now Felony in a 1v4. They're pushing him. They're flooding him. He's down, and that's 4 in a row for FaZe.
FaZe are cool, calm, and collected. They're now 2 rounds away from the reverse sweep to qualify for the $500,000 Stage 1 playoffs.
What was the first thing I said when they were down 2-0? Like, if there's any team that can come back in a reverse sweep, if there's any team that's done it so many times with this exact squad, it is this FaZe team. And Clayster, in case you hadn't heard, still hasn't died.
And this is so perfect now for FaZe. They're going to be at payloads first, and because of these streaks, they can stack A and retake B with Bombardment, with Trinity Rocket. Rise Nation, this is exactly how they have to play it. They have to push on through and then go from here. Look at this.
That re-peek is perfect. Clayster gets all the information he needs. Good job backing down and staying alive. And look at the stack of bodies inside here. They're coming into the grinder. Zuma with 3. Zuma with 3. There's one left. It's Felony, and he is gone.
I just opened up my dictionary, found Lost Full, and all I see is Rise Nation, because that's where we're at right now. Aches at the start of this map, I don't want to gas him. I really don't, because he's made some terrible calls this weekend on the desk. Called the 6-0 if this happens for FaZe. Oh my God.
Clayster, 8-0. Round count, 5-0. Can they 6-0 without Clayster dying? There's an assist, another first blood going the way of FaZe. It's now a 3 versus 3.
I cannot believe the scenario we are in right now. Rise Nation need to go for the full sail, attach with the second kill. They still have Bombardment and Trinity to use as well to help secure this site. Do they wind up popping in a streak? This would be so perfect because Felony would have to dive into the lower underpass area, and they've got someone watching that. They're just going to go ahead and rotate. Felony and Aqua, 2v3.
Felony looking to make a play here. He was so good in the game 2. Now they have to retake. You still have some streaks available. There's one in the close. Did he see the gun? He didn't see the gun. He gets cut down, and now it's a 1v3 for Aqua.
Hover the Trinity. Look at how slow this is falling to the ground. 6 seconds taken off the clock.
Aqua, 1v3, 25 seconds left. He's about to be cut down. There it is. FaZe Clan get the reverse sweep.
Congratulations to FaZe. They, in the most miraculous of ways, have qualified for the $500,000 Stage 1 playoffs with a statement of a Game 5 at 6-0.
You know, we talk about the never die mentality of this team, never give up, fight back at all costs. Play doesn't die in the Game 5. You know, it's tough after this. As crazy as that is for FaZe, you can't help but feel the devastation for Rise Nation, man.
EG and FaZe are the top two from the group. I'm speechless after what just happened. I really am.
You know, it's like I said after Game 4, I was like, they broke their back. Like, how do you recover from that? It's just that devastating loss. It's that sucker punch to the stomach, and they just couldn't rebound.
FaZe won 2 S&Ds this weekend. One on day 1, and one to qualify for the $500,000 Stage 1 playoffs. Maybe S&D doesn't win championships.
I remember I argued with Nade one time, and he said he doesn't feel like momentum and hype mean anything.
Hey, for certain players it does, for certain players it doesn't.
Look at that, though. That was insane. I mean, that is just someone being defeated, someone being hyped up. You saw the let's effing go from Clayster after they won that map 4.
You're done talking. I have someone I actually want to hear from. It's Mr. X on the floor with Zuma.
Thank you, guys. A tremendous series here from FaZe Clan. I got Zuma on the stage. You're telling me, is that the craziest match you've ever played in?
Yeah, my adrenaline was pumped. That was by far the craziest match I ever played in. By far.
So you guys, you come in today, you're struggling a little bit. You go 0-2 yesterday. You lose the first match to EG today. What did you guys talk about after that loss? Because you guys looked still flat at the beginning of this series.
Yeah, we are awful. We got a lot to work on. Right now, we are garbage, like complete garbage. So we got to go back and make sure we put in the time. No excuses, no H1, no CSGO. You know, just we really got to put in the time, and that's what's going to make us the best team.
So we'll start with the Hardpoint, the 4th map. Now, you guys win Game 3. You guys extend the series. We're all like, oh, here it comes. Like, they're going to do it. Rise, they jump out to a crazy lead. What was going through your guys' minds as the game started to dwindle around? You made a big play on the last hill.
Yeah, that last hill was insane. I don't know how I got in there, but the whole team went off. And just going through our heads, we knew that we had to win this match. We've been here before. We've been down 0-2 before, and we knew we could do it. And when you put your minds together, we got the great chemistry, got a great squad, love these guys, and we ended up doing it.
And then going into Game 5, I don't know if you guys are aware, but you had won 1 S&D against Fnatic, and then that's it. You had not won an S&D. So going into that Game 5, it did not look likely you guys were going to take it. How were you guys feeling going into that Game 5? What did you guys talk about going into it?
Just work as a unit. That's probably our main issue in S&D is not working as a unit. So we were just always together. All 3 of us were together. All 4 of us were together. Maybe some guy just singled out. But for the most part, we were together, and we took over together.
A tremendous series from you and FaZe Clan. They will be in the playoffs in Stage 1. We're going to go to the desk right after this quick commercial break.